Well, hello there. Saturday morning, a few projects on the go. So the first thing I gotta do is I gotta build a handle, and this is gonna be a handle to lift up the lid on our septic tank. Got our septic tank pumped out. We have it pumped out every 2-3 years. Used to have a piece of cable embedded in the concrete, so last time they did it, they snapped that cable off. So now, when the guy did it this time, he had a heck of a time getting the lid off. It's a big piece of cast concrete, it's quite heavy, so he had a hard time prying it out of there. So, looking ahead 2 or 3 years, I gotta try and make a new handle. So I don't want to use concrete anchors to fasten it to the lid, because like I say, the lid is just a smaller piece of cast concrete, and if you start hammer drilling into it, good chance you're going to shatter it. So I'm just going to make a handle out of a piece of flat bar, and then I'm going to drill a couple holes in the tabs, and I'm going to use PL Premium adhesive to hold it on. Oops, I've done that before where you bond metal to concrete, and I've tried to break it apart, and actually when it breaks off, there's a big piece of the concrete is stuck to the metal. So that PL is pretty amazing stuff. So I'm sure this will work, and it'll have a few years to set up in the ground. So I'm going to use my hydraulic press brake I made, and just bend this up. So I'll leave about 2.5 inches will be in contact with the concrete. That's where our glue will adhere to the metal and concrete. Yeah. My new handle rack. So, try and do this. I'm not totally blocking the view. Oops. And I need one of my handy dandy extenders. So I made a new piece for this. I turned a new piece on my lathe there. Just that old piece I had on there wasn't very centered and it was a bit crooked. So I made a new piece that'll fit these extending pieces a lot better. So I'll bend this right to 90 degrees. It should be pretty much when I bottom this out. Anyways, it won't matter if I have to adjust it a bit. Don't think it's going to be a precise part of any sort. That's very close to 90. Okay, we'll call that good. So now we're going to come back this way. And this will be the riser part of our handle. So I think I'm going to go 3 inches. Okay, so I can't quite get that in tight enough for that second bend. So I'm just going to cut a sliver off of this, then it'll let me roll that around in there better. Be right back. Okay, so I just shaved a little bit off the other end. And that lets me get in here better. And bend this one back to 90 as well. Probably a little bit over 90, but it's easier to take it out. Okay. So there's half of our handle so far. So now this part in here, to make this wide enough that you can actually reach down and grab it with both hands. I just got to go double check the size of the lid to make sure I'm not making it too wide. I'll be right back. Okay, so the lid is wide enough to accommodate that. I'm going to pick a spot right about there. Okay. So, change my mark to the other side, because the metal will be positioned the other way in the press. Okay, that away. Yeah, wasn't tight yet. Back my glove. Okay. And again, back to 90 degrees. getting pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. Okay, so now I'm going to do a bit of reverse engineering here to get the right height on this side. And of course, everything has to be a struggle. Two and 3/4. It's going to take more hands here, 1 second. Okay, because we're working backwards now, we're running into a bit of clearance problems with the tighter bends. So I just have to put a couple of machinist blocks in there. Yeah, it seems to be working more or less. It's twisting a bit, but I think we're at the point where I can take the load anyways. This is where air over hydraulic would be nice. You just push a pedal and it takes the slack up. I'm saying that won't happen at some point. As this part starts to kick up, we're good. And we're good. Close. Should be 90. At the feel of 90. Yep, very good. Okay, so now we just have to cut this to that length and we're almost there. Okay, let's cut that off with the trusty Milwaukee bandsaw. And we'll just drill 2 holes. Okay, trusty Milwaukee M18 drill and Unibit step drill, various names. My reason for that hole is when I put the glue down, squish this, lets the glue flow up through that hole and sit down on the concrete better. Found that works good in the past. Gravity says everything must end up on the floor. So I'm just going to touch these edges up a bit with the belt sander. It's my face shield. Okay, so I'm going to go glue this down. Here is the PM. Okay, so there's the handle installed to the lid. Hopefully I won't see it again for another 3 years, or hopefully I will see it again in another 3 years. Depends how you look at it.